started getting high off my own supply. And it wasn't until, man, I popped so many pills, exo pills. I was up for like 6-7 days straight, 6 days, no sleep. And God opened my eyes, man. I began to see into the spiritual realm. And so I was freestyling with a couple of my buddies in the trap house we was in. And I literally began to see demons in them. I began to see spirits around the house. And all I heard was them talking about how they was going to kill me. You know, they were going to kill me. They were going to hide my body. And so, man, it's a lot. You know, it was at that moment I knew, like, all right, I think I went a little too far, you know, so I need to come back home. And so from that point on, it was a struggle. It's a fight. You know, you're not going to change overnight, but the desire for change was there. You know, I tell a lot of people, man, that the change part is not hard because God is the one who does the change. And it's actually us wanting his will for our life, you know, that desire to want to do what he has called us to do. So.
What a way to start the show off, Dice. You know what I'm saying? Man, you got a powerful testimony, man. You better testify, man.
Man,
listen. In the process of your transitioning and really coming back to God and turning your life back to Him, talk a little bit about the struggles of submitting. Because I hear what you're saying when you say, you know, you was indulging into it and it was, listen, let's be very clear. I always argue sin is always feel good to you. I don't know why, but it's like when you caught up in that web, it's like, man, you can't tell me nothing. But talk about the process of coming out that web. I hear you talk about, you know, you had your experience with popping the pills, but even after that, I'm pretty sure you probably was still struggling. Did you have to change your circle? Did you have to change your environment?
It is all of that. And that's a very good point to bring up because it does take that. It takes changing your circle, your environment. It really takes a strong will just to say that, okay, I know I'm not perfect, but I'll try. You know, I feel like that's all God really wants us to do, to try and not halfway try, you know, really try. And then what you can't cover, my grace is sufficient, you know, but you got to try. You got to do your part. And so I would try. And of course I would fall. I mean, to the degree, even when I started doing Christian rap, because I was doing secular rap and I switched over, but I still was drinking here and there, you know, dealing with fornication. And so those things still came, but I always held myself accountable. I always knew that, okay, you can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not going to change overnight, but the goal is to get there. You know, you got to get there. Don't sit here. You know, you can't stay here talking about, oh, God's grace is sufficient, because grace run out eventually. So it's like, get there. And so in that process, it takes humility. It takes understanding that, you know, greater is he that is inside. Is really him. It's not you. You know, nothing is about you. It's all about him, and really allowing him to do the work. And yeah, it's like allowing him to do the work. So every time I bump my head, I had to get up and allow the word of God to build me back up, you know? So that's what was key.
That's good stuff, man. Now, he came right in the gate, focused, like you said, giving a great testimony and kind of painting that picture of what it really does look like, I say, to go from grace to grace.